Welcome, everyone. Okay. Dude, I hate when this happens and that happens. it's like it's my first live every time. Whatever. Anyway, guys, it's good to see everybody. Been an eventful couple of days. And I wanna now that I have my zen about me. And you know, how about 10 to Life's live just now? I think that's what we needed. Honestly, we just needed something fun and chill, and it was it was I think it's exactly what we needed, man. And I'm not going to say too much about last night. I just want to clarify, and I want to be clear. I did go on Chrissy's panel for a second when I was a little calmer, and I explained what I was truly upset about. And what I was truly upset about, it was not what the limey lunatic did. It's not that. I'm not upset about that. What I'm upset about is the fact that she tagged my name to get views, and these are my supporters supposedly who went and listened to that garbage, knowing the kind of garbage that comes from that channel anyway. So what I was disappointed in mostly was, it's insulting to me if you follow me and support that, because I try to do my best to, I'm very, very community oriented. I have been always. I've always just felt grateful that this community has taken me in and I can do something for it. And so it's not what she was saying. I mean, the sources of where this was coming from, every single source and channel that it came through is completely not credible. There's nothing credible about any of them. From the person who wrote the bullshit, to the person who she sent it to the person who picked it up after the person before her released it in their Patreon. So none of these sources are credible of any way, shape, or form, because I've proven them to be liars and doxers, and just the complete bottom of what the YouTube community should be. So I felt upset that the community that I belong to, that I take pride in being a part of, did not hold a higher standard for the creators that they were supporting. That's what really upset me. I was heartbroken. When I said that I was heartbroken, it was because of that. I expect that shit from them. You know what I mean? Like, when I was sitting up here going, do it. I want you to do it. There's a reason why. Is because part of that reason was I just expected more from my community, that they wouldn't even bother even bothering with it. So I implore you guys, I beg you guys, don't give these people views. If you consider yourself a respectable person, if you consider yourself a decent person, you would never support behavior like this. You just wouldn't. I mean, so I'm just, right now, I'm in a place where I am very grateful that today, me and that girl are in a place to where we're moving forward back in the same direction we were before we got caught up in that bullshit. And I want to say something here as far as that goes. That girl, this her doing this, and I didn't really think about it or put it together because I was so worried about everything else that was going on. Um, she was so adamant about working so hard to put this PDF file together that she put together. And I wasn't considering the importance of it. I was definitely putting me first. But it was for pretty understandable reasons here. I was very, very concerned. So, which I didn't think about it. But I'm grateful that I have someone like her in my corner who does things such as, oh my God, and I have to hold on a second, guys. Who does things and works as hard as she does. I mean, when I say she's my right hand, she's my right hand, man. She's the one, dude, I'm a fucking moron. Okay. She's the one who puts the timelines together for me. Basically, she makes cliff notes for me so that I can deliver you information on crime cases. She's amazing. So sorry, I am and it's so good to be live and be in this mood that I'm in right now. So I really appreciate everyone being here. And I also want to say that I got a lot of support from people these last couple of days. A lot of support. I mean, the love that I got in the comments of the live that I did yesterday, and all the private messages I've been getting and all the emails that I've been getting. I'm sorry if I hadn't responded to a lot of them. It's because it was overwhelming. It was a lot. So I just feel really, really lucky that I have so much support in this community. But if you support me, man, don't support that shit. You want me to do better content, right? Then it would be hypocritical of you to support the other kind of content that you're criticizing me for lowering myself to, right? I mean, isn't that fair to say? So let's make a deal here, right? Fucking just unsubscribe from those fucking people, man. Don't even watch them. Just, fuck them. Fuck them. Sorry, guys. I gotta I gotta get this link and send it to that girl, dude, because homie's waiting patiently. All right. Here we go. There we go. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody doing all right? And yeah, man. And I didn't mean to, dude, like, I guess I just got kind of like, I felt kind of, the macho guy in me starting to cry a little bit. That's why I cut the shit off. But I didn't want to give the impression. Listen, man, here's the thing about this. I've never made it a secret that there was a point in my life where I was suicidal, but this whole fucking thing, this whole time, the Glarer thing is about how I manage my anxiety and depression, which I definitely struggle with. And and it's not an excuse for my behavior, because if I was actually taking the time and really putting the effort to apply these Glarer principles that I set for myself, then I wouldn't have had this outburst that I've had. That's absolutely true. So that's my own fault. Absolutely. But it's amazing. It's amazing how I'm really grateful that everybody paid attention to everything that I've done prior to acting like a complete ass, and decided to have faith in me based on that. And that means a lot. That means a lot. So LJ, while we're waiting for that girl, The GLARE is an acronym that stands for gratitude, logic, awareness, acceptance, accountability, rationality, empathy, and resilience, which I failed to apply almost all of those, if not all of them, when subjecting myself to this type of behavior. All right. Hey, that girl.
Hey.
Yo, when did you get fine? Damn. I never even seen you. Like, I feel like I never even seen you. That's crazy.
You haven't. I figured I'd say hi first.
Right on.
This is really weird for me, so
well, you know, yeah, it's a little weird for me too. I'm not even gonna lie.
So, well, I figured that I'm no Truthy Magoo, so I can look people in the eyes, right? I'm a little bit.
I love that.
I'm a little bit too sick for this, so if I go off camera eventually, you guys forgive me. I'm just not really up to this, honestly. But we'll do good, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, this is your show, man. Like, you did all the work, and I have not had a chance to even look into this PDF really, but I could see how carefully you put it together.
Well, there's a couple of mistakes, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's all good. So tell us a little bit about what's going on here. What's everybody into right now? And I see Annie's in the chat. Annie plays a part in this, an unfortunate one, and it's not her fault, but Annie plays a part in this, and this involves her too. So, and again, this involves the entire community. And this is a moment that I am very, very proud that you and I have the association that we have, because we get to let the community in on things like this that they have absolutely every right to know about.
Oh, I agree. I do.
Right.
I agree.
So tell us what we're doing here.
Well, basically, the police need more help. I put together a little PDF that I tried to keep as short as possible, but obviously there's a lot of information that covers a lot of dates, and I just really don't even know where to start. I've helped a lot of people in my life, and I'm trying to not let this ruin that, and just to remember all the people I have helped that were worthy of that, and not want to help people anymore. So I'm a little bit like dealing with my own shit. So forgive me, but I'm freezing. Let me get my blanket.
Right on, so, man. No, right on.
I think
and
that
like I gotta say, like me and her were going at it yesterday in text, right? Yeah. And I'm like, and I tell her, she's like, "You told me to do this," and I was like, "No, I told you to call the cops. I didn't tell you to do their job." Like,
but you have to do it for them when you're dealing with somebody like this.
You're right. Yeah. If I was as resourceful as you are, man, the case with my son would have went a lot faster, for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm persistent. That's one thing I am. So basically, I will say this, and it's hard for me to say this, but I will say it. Truthy did not lie, I guess, about ripping Bridget off. Like, the rest of it was bullshit. He doesn't deserve to be forgiven, and he's a con. But he actually was telling the truth about that.
Disclaimer: Truthy's still a douchebag.
Mm-hmm,
so yeah. Moving on.
Beyond. So apparently, there's a pattern with these types of people, and they get very good at what they do. And they go from place to place, and they give their story, and they're very relatable. And, you know, I want to say that I don't know that she's sick at all, but I just, man. Anyway, so Truthy made a GoFundMe for her, that she said that she reported to the police after we spent a lot of time doing things with her. And put that off the screen. You're embarrassing me. So
sorry. Dude, listen, we'll get past this in a minute. You got to give us time. This is a lot for us to take in here.
I have no life because I'm sick, not because I'm like some troll in my mother's basement. I am a career woman whose um, life got changed. So, anyways, you can't distract me. I'm really nervous. So, basically, she has a new sad story that perpetuates like fundraiser after fundraiser, right?
So again, for the record, talking about Brit here, who Truthy helped her set up a GoFundMe first because she said she had a cancer-like thing, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yes.
And then when we addressed that after we all exposed Truthy for what he is, then Annie went on this channel and started a GoFundMe for Bridget.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna lie, when she just went on and did that, I was like, oh, because you know me, we've talked about this before. I
Yeah.
don't fuck with GoFundMes, dude. Not
Yeah,
here.
you yelled at me
Uh-uh.
because I wanted to do one for flowers for Kate because I thought
Uh-uh.
Truthy was really dead then.
Nope.
So,
But but then the most beautiful thing happened, and so much money was raised because everybody's heart was coming from the right place.
mm-hmm.
I really got that sense of community. Like it recharged my sense of community.
Well,
Totally.
that's what they do. That's what
Right.
they do. They know how to deliver their stories in a manner that perpetuates that feeling. And this is so crazy for me. Like, I cannot still wrap my head around this. But so basically, she got Truthy to do the GoFundMe, which I can assure you was not her first time.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he did not raise her the amount of money that she wanted, I mean, I don't really know why it didn't do much better than it did. But whenever she didn't get the money she wanted from him, whenever he killed himself, that was like the perfect opportunity for her to switch her target. And I felt really stupid, you guys, like really stupid until I've spent, several hours on the phone with the police and really realized that every mistake that was made for a reason. So
Right.
whenever we did what we did to help her expose him, which I have proof that I told her multiple times behind the scenes that as a sick woman, I did not think that that was a good idea. And if she was going to do it, maybe do it on a smaller, like less part of it channel, like maybe Robbie or something. But at that time, I didn't realize that Robbie and Truthy had been close because I guess I missed those lives. I don't know. But man, so as you know, she finally wanted to talk to you much because I knew that people would come at her because they come at everybody because they're ugly. I don't know. But man, I'm sorry. All this still just blows my mind. So
I just want to interrupt you real quick. I gotta say that if you were showing your face when you were yelling at me and mad at me, I would have shit a Range Rover. I'm not even kidding.
I can be very mean. Like
dude,
I can make mean faces.
dude. But please go on. I just had to point that out.
So, oh, you're making me nervous. So, anyways, then I made that chat with y'all and I left it because that's what I do. I facilitate things. I don't like to do them all because I get overwhelmed very easy. Stress affects me. And so y'all chatted. And then luckily, I was mad at you all the way up until about like now because I'm thinking about it. Luckily, last minute, you were like, I need some proof. If I'm doing this, I need some proof. So I, of course, got a hold of her and tried to get proof. And, she sent me things that one of them, it was questionable. Annie and I both thought so, but we couldn't like prove it or disprove it either way because, you were going live in half an hour. So we did what we could. And so, and then I got a note from her doctor that I was like, well, I can fix this. Just send me the letter that I hate talking with my hands. Sorry, but I'm nervous. So I said, send me the letter that, you sent GoFundMe to get your funds released. And I can use that as proof because it's from your doctor. And if it's good enough for GoFundMe, it's good enough for me. Right. And first mistake. And so she sent that and she sent the card of the male detective that had came to her house, and
But didn't
I
she? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And she
the
sent
male
us a
detective
picture.
is female.
She sent right. She sent me a picture, and she sent us all a picture of a
Yeah.
female cop. But I'm not gonna lie. I always kind of looked at that picture and thought that doesn't look like a picture that somebody took with their phone. You know what I mean? Like at all. You know.
Well, and that's what got
Uh,
her busted, was using bad pictures, so it may not have indeed been a
and I
good
want to
photo.
I want to also be clear. Um, Before we move forward telling the story, Annie did shut down the GoFundMe because of these things that girl is mentioning right now.
Well,
And everyone
yes.
refunded everybody's money was refunded.
Yeah.
Um, and everybody, I don't want anybody to feel like they did anything wrong here. They didn't contribute to something bad here. Everybody donated for the right reasons. Everybody donated because they really cared about somebody in this community and wanted them to get better and wanted to help in any way they could.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody feeling like they were, like they were stupid for being duped or anything like that. There's nothing like that. You guys just followed your hearts and you did something good, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. And you should never second guess yourself if you want to do it again. So please go on.
I
Sorry
don't know.
about
I
that.
think second guessing is probably a good idea.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, look at the situation, do a little homework. You know what I mean? Like, if you
Oh yeah,
can,
yeah,
do a little homework, because there are nasty people out there, man. Yeah, I mean, and you really figured out, man, that she's nastier than we thought.
yeah. So so we did that, and then you did your live, and very organically the situation took place. But now that I understand what happened in these scenarios, it's actually not organic. It is on our parts, but definitely a setup, which is still so weird to me. But so, anyways, we did all that, and people started kind of coming out the woodwork and saying many, many things. And I had lots of contact with Bridget. I was knitting her beanies, and just what you do when you care about somebody. And thankfully, I'm stupid like that because it gave me more information and to help the police. But I need more information to help the police, and I'm very overwhelmed. The mods have a email that they're going to drop, and if you donated to, I'll get to it, Morgan. If you donated to Truthy's GoFundMe, or if you donated to the most recent PayPal link, if you could email the Gladys and Gertrude at Gmail, I'm still hopeful that the situation can be made right. So we did our GoFundMe, and then she was posting in the Facebook group because I was really worried about her being too
Who's
overwhelmed.
so you're saying another GoFundMe was set up, and
We
it was you and who else that set this up?
No, the one we did on your channel that Annie had set up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry
Hmm.
about that.
Hmm. No, it's okay. I'm nervous. So, anyways,
Oh my.
so um, I made a Facebook group because I felt like, as a sick person, like I know how overwhelming things can be. So I was like, I'm going to make her this Facebook group, and then everybody can interact with her there, and it's going to be this beautiful community, and everything's going to be great. And it was like hell, instantly hell. And there was all these awful people being what I thought was super mean. So enough things were said that I started looking into what was sent to me. And me and Annie were both looking, and things were looking kind of weird. And I noticed that the doctor's letter, which is included in the PDF, the doctor's name is misspelled, and as well as her condition. Now it's only one letter off, but that makes a really big difference, because whenever it comes down to it, whenever you're making donations, you're choosing to do that. And had Annie and I um, not refunded everybody's money, she'd be in trouble right now. But we did what we felt was the right thing, and refunded everybody's money because things weren't adding up. And whenever I asked her a bunch of questions, um, she told me one thing and then it didn't make sense. because she made a post in her Facebook group that was about an appointment she had. And she gave some details, and I noticed that some of the wording seemed very copy pasted. And they were.
She was super sus, dude.
Yeah. And
Super sus.
then I think it was Annie that actually wrote me, and she was like, dude, except I don't think she said dude. She was like, those are Google stock photos. And I was like, oh, what? And so, so I went and looked, and holy shit, like they were from when the facility first was like built or whatever and opened. And they were like a dozen years old or so. And then she starts telling me how that was actually like not the building she even goes to. She goes to the building behind that building for treatment. And I'm like,
yeah, that was super weird.
Yeah, that to me, I was like, well, then why didn't you? It's still not catching on that the building behind that probably wasn't a cancer building. I was like, well, why didn't you just post a picture of the building you went to?
Right. Well, like, why say that? It's like one of the most oddest things that come out of somebody's mouth when they show you a picture of something. Hey, I got this thing, but I'm really talking about the thing behind it that you can't see.
It's total gas. It's total. It's
so
gaslighting.
Suspect.
It's really gaslighting.
Yeah.
And then so Annie was like, okay, well now I'm gonna see. So she talks to her, but Annie is not as nice as I am. And she just comes straight at her and she's like, yo, here's your olive branch. Like, you can either admit it's a lie, basically, and I know you're sick, but let's just say you're not that sick and I'll refund. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Clearly, I'm paraphrasing. But I'm being serious.
Right. No, so like we've seen Annie do this more than once on this channel.
Annie's gangster.
Yeah. Dude, no, I'm telling you. Listen, I'm telling everybody in chat right now. If you fuck up, Annie and that girl will get you, dude. They'll get you. They put their brains together and it's over. This is, I mean, my face all the time is all the time.
Well, she's suspect and I'm paranoid. So together we figure some stuff out. So we were looking at the letter and we noticed that, like I said, the doctor's name was misspelled. And my friend actually helped with this. Gladys was helping me because I'm sick and I take medicine to help my body not attack itself. So it slows me down. And sometimes I know it's there, but I need help finding it. Hard to admit, but it's true. It's how it is now. So it is what it is. And then I noticed more about the police card. I'm like, this is weird. This case number, like my brother got arrested a bunch whenever I was younger. And the case number was like, it said 2020. And I remembered that she told us it happened on January the 2nd. So it should have been 2021 by 2 days, but still 2021. And so whenever Annie asked her that, and we basically both told her, nobody asked her for medical records. Nobody was like, I want to talk to your doctor now. Nobody said any of that. Annie needs to stop being gullible. Annie will yell at you if you lie to her in our car.
Dude, that's real shit. That's real shit.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Dude, don't fuck up, man. I'm telling you, don't do it.
How about just don't be...
Because then I'm gonna put you on here, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna let them loose, and then you're gonna get my peace of mind.
Well, just don't be a shit person. It's not that difficult. So, hold on, just 1 second. I'm still getting better and stuff. I hope. So, anyways, man, like I said, Annie was a polite gangster, and she's like, we can either give everybody their money back, or like you can give us proof of what you've been saying and that you're really sick, and then you can have your money. And I'm like, Bridget, because she's like, I'm not doing all that. That's just not going to happen. And I'm like, you need that money for treatment. Fuck these people. Just prove them wrong, and then you get what you need, right? I mean, so whatever. And Annie talks to her, and it just didn't go well. And so Annie hit refund, and I was really, honestly, at that point, very relieved. And she was involved in the whole process. Bridget was not blindsided. The only people blindsided in this are like us, you know. Um, I just don't know what to say because after all this, she made up a news story and her cancer changed again. Now she has, this is also in the PDF, and I don't have, I'm not ready. I guess I could put it on my phone, but it's like Barrett's esophageal, um, oh, hell. I don't, just some cancer that there's no way she didn't have it a month ago. Like, so I don't know, but she's now collecting money through PayPal. And so Chrissy was having a live, which I probably should send her the link eventually, but she was having a live and Annie wrote me. It was unfortunately within 24 or 48 hours of us having our thing where you're a butthole. And she was like, they're calling me a fraud. And Bridget's saying she was blindsided. And you know me, if you like give me information, I act on that information. And then my mod chat goes bing, 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 and bing, bing. And I'm looking and they're like, one of them says that they're going to unarchive her Facebook group, whether I like it or not, basically. And I was like, what the is going on? So I called Bridget because you know me, like I'm going to go straight to the source. So I called Bridget and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are my mods saying they're about to undo your Facebook group? And I'm getting told that you're accusing us of fraud. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I don't guess she realized that I was going to go ahead and straight call in. So I put her on speakerphone and now mind you, she's hyperventilating in my ear. And I'm like,
I don't mean to laugh, man.
I'm instant
That's
funeral director mode. I'm like, oh my God, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to make it through this. We can do this. That's like, it's what I do. So that's what I instantly started doing. And I'm like, it'll be okay. Elton's upset by me acting that way. So I was like, it's okay. He's my little emotional support doggy. I was like, we can do this. Let's just call in. And she's like, this is too much pressure. It's so much pressure. And that's why I made that post I made, because I felt pressured to give people something to see. And it was really dramatic. And, you know, I had been up since our unfortunate incident, and stress affects me really bad, and it makes my mast cells make it where I don't sleep. So, oh, you, that's not the right one. We'll close that.
that's the one you sent.
No, I sent you a redacted version as well. That's for your eyes only. Shut that. See, that says Bridget Blair's statement. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, it's a good thing I was smart enough
Dude,
to redact that one too.
Why would you send me one redacted and one not, dude? I can, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was smart enough.
Dumb.
Yeah, I probably need that back on, baby.
Hold on, let me find it. Go ahead, keep talking.
It's in the last email I sent you, or I'll send it again. Good thing I was smart enough to redact that one on my information. God. So I just know people make mistakes. So the other
you got to
one,
assume I'm going to do it, man. That's what I do.
well, that it'll be under my ThatGirl email
Come
box.
on, man. You're my brains, dude.
I say we're pinky in the brain, right? So
something like that.
Elton chill. He's so upset ever since I did that. So you know, I don't know what to say, you guys, other than we got scammed. So I called Bridget, call into Chrissy's show. I'm talking to Chrissy and I'm like, you know, I'm talking all about this Facebook group because I'm stupid and I don't realize what's going on yet. Because when Annie wrote me, she was so pissed off about what was happening. And I mean, rightfully so, right? We've been through so much with that woman. And it's just so gross. So I'm going to send...
Dude, that is the last one you sent me.
Okay, I'll send you
because it's already open. Maybe hold on, let me look at it one more time before I open it.
It's actually labeled redacted.
I've got one that says, okay, yeah, this has got to be it. Yeah. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Hold on. Open, fool. You fool.
And I did my best to take out like everything. So anyways, I call in and I'm talking about the Facebook group and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, Bridget says it's too much pressure. She doesn't want to do it, so I don't think that's good to do it this time. And we're talking about how uh-oh. I think
Yeah,
you went out.
yeah, we lost some sound there from you, but
Okay, so I just
I
told her
got it
that.
now.
Okay, sorry. So I told
I mean,
Chrissy,
I didn't share anything before that wasn't already well out
no,
there too many
no, no,
times. So
no.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's my name. Y'all have all already called me by it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But this was actually my statement to the police. Um, it took me a minute to get some people to listen to me, but after Chrissy's live, I realized that there was like a legit problem going on. And because I woke up the next morning being told that I helped somebody facilitate a scam, and I was like, what the hell? And that was like the first time I'd slept, and I was just really shocked. And then I called into another channel, unbeknownst to me, what a mistake that would be. And man, I called and I was like, no, because what I was telling people at Chrissy's channel is, hey, I believe she's sick, just not like there wasn't enough, like there were so many inconsistencies that we could not feel comfortable moving forward, and that we did not ask her for medical records, but we told her that if she wanted the money, it'd kind of take something like that because of the misleading that had been done, and
Once the GoFundMe that Annie set up was dissolved and everybody was refunded, I didn't know anything that was happening beyond this until you just told me, like, what, yesterday? I didn't know any of this was going on. I
my
had no
days are kind
idea.
of running together. I
Dude,
don't
yeah. I had no idea any of this was happening.
know who did, right? So because she had moved it from the main platform, because we all know I'm kind of everywhere, so she couldn't really scam everybody out in the open because I'm a little bit of everywhere and you never know where I'm at unless you talk enough crap that I put some eyes in the chat. And so Gelt had been misled. There's a Discord chain, and I've tried to get a hold of people that have been helping to perpetuate this without knowing it. So on Chrissy's chat, I talked about the Facebook and, the fact that I did believe she was ill, but just not in, there just wasn't a way to be sure enough to take people's money. And then at the very end of my conversation, or at least towards the end, I was super tired. I had said they were talking about a PayPal, and I was very confused at that point. But I also told people, I wouldn't donate to anything ever again, but that if they wanted to, they could. But you either want to donate and you do it and you shut up, or you don't and you don't. Like I didn't endorse shit. I was just like, okay. And then Gelf was up there, balls to the wall with the with the PayPal link, and I was like, Bridget, are you okay with PayPal link? But of course, at that point, I didn't realize it had already been shared. And had I realized that, I would have instantly contacted Chrissy, because I've known her to be nothing but, personally a very stand-up person and quick to do the right thing. So I would have like contacted her, but I didn't even know. And then the rest is kind of history. So I made a PDF after I talked to an officer who was, once they actually listened to me, got very interested in what I was saying. And I realized that because my nerves were so shot from having my character attacked, I'm not used to that. Maybe I get an unrealistic amount of praise in my life, but I try to do good things. So when people attack me, I take it personally. And you're right, I'm going to have to get over that. But it's hard, it's like,
I didn't say you had to get over that.
well, you said I would have to get used to it. You
Well,
did.
yeah, I mean,
Not those
it's shit
exact
that
words.
happens. Yeah, that shit happens,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. You said I'd have to get over it, but not in those words. I'm not disclaimering everything, but you know what I mean? Like, because you're
I got you.
right. But so the cops got back with me today. And so right now, there's nothing they can do. It's considered a victimless crime. She said,
How is it a victimless crime if people donated money under false pretenses? That's what I want to know.
okay, because the number one keyword in your sentence was donated. But I don't have proof of the victims that's why I need to speak to the people who donated to either the original GoFundMe or to the most recent PayPal. And that's why the Gladys and Gertrude Gmail is going to be accepting mail. I'm too sick for this.
That can't be right. That can't be right. Like, because that implies,
I'll
unless
explain
I'm
it.
unless I'm
Just listen.
understanding it wrong.
No,
Yeah,
you're
like
no, just
these people could just get away with setting up GoFundmes and taking people's money.
kind of, yes. Because if you're smart enough, then you know how to set up the evidence. So everything that helped me and Annie realize, and obviously Gladys realized that there was something going on, was actually done on purpose, yo. Because it was actually done on purpose.
Wait, what was done on purpose? Say that again, please.
Okay, so whenever you can't prove who donated where or the donors don't live near the criminal, they catch you on other things like forgery. But if you misspell the doctor's name by one letter and you misspell the name of your condition by one letter, it's your loophole.
Holy shit! So that it was that deep? That was that calculated?
Yeah, all of it was. I can point out more stuff too. Like I felt really, really bad. But apparently this is like,
Is there somewhere on the PDF that I can see that I can
yeah.
show everybody?
I don't know what page it is, but yeah, I took out a lot of the information. You guys don't harass this doctor. This is not her fault. Keep going. Go, go, go. It's taking up an entire page. I made sure to leave it big enough. So there we go. It's right there. So if you look, the doctors, I think it was the middle name, but I don't remember because I've been.
Dude, that's such meth head shit to do,
yes,
dude.
I'm all trying to point at the screen like you can see me. And then the arthritis, I think, is what was also misspelled. But as long as you misspell something important like that, you're obviously not forging a doctor's name.
These motherfuckers, dude. That is bullshit.
So then where she could get in trouble, and I can send you the screenshot later. I probably should have already done it, but whatever. They were like, okay, well, what about when she gave you the police information? Send us that. Like, as long as we can have it in writing where she falsified that. That was the card up top.
Yeah, that's meth head shit. Because look, if you're if you're this calculated to pull all this off, right? But you can't even tell a simple lie like that makes any sense. Like, oh, I took a picture but it's the building behind the building in the picture.
Well, they don't expect people.
Are you serious with that shit?
Yeah, they are, because they don't expect people to ever actually check. And she's never met somebody as dumb as me that's like, oh, baby, let me make you a Facebook group. And then you can have all the emotional support you need to make it through your journey.
Oh, that's some bullshit right there, dude. Yo, that's infuriating. Say, I got Chrissy on panel right now.
Well, let's let her talk for a minute so I can take a break so I don't cry, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Chrissy, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me on panel the last couple of times, and I want to apologize for my outburst on your panel the time before this one. I have yet to actually do that and apologize to you. And I mean that. So
we'll take down the doctor's name, scroll to a different part so that you don't just have that.
Okay.
It's not that far misspelled. There you go. There's her fake post.
There's the building. But guys, where she was getting her treatment is not that building. It's the one behind it. But yeah, in all seriousness, Chrissy, thank you so much. And thank you for letting me on your platform yesterday to address the situation that was happening yesterday. So I just wanted to say that to you in front of everyone here, and I respect how you stood up to critical cankles. So
no problem.
But please, so give us your input on what your role in this was and what you learned and all this stuff.
Well, so Gail asked me if he could use my platform. He said that he had something that he needed to go like come out with or whatever he needed to vent. And I had no clue what it was about, but I was like, okay, sure. And so he said that he was really upset. So I'm like, okay, sure. So he came on and then he started talking, and then he started talking about Bridget. And then a lot of people came in chat, and it was, some, I'm not going to say their names, but some people that I usually would see in your chat. And so I thought that they were, trustworthy people, which they may be. And so I didn't think anything of it. And I wasn't trying to, be mean or rude to Annie or anything like that. And I had the conversation with Annie and told her that. Um, and then that girl ended up calling in, and we ended up having a conversation with Bridget. But before that girl called in, the PayPal link was already being circulated through my chat. So people were already donating to her. I'm not sure how many people donated to her, but people were already donating to her. And
Wow.
so then basically what I said was, I don't know, whether she has it or not. If you want to donate, donate. If you don't, whatever. Basically that's what I said, and that's what some other people that were on panel said also. And then that girl was on panel, and she had Bridget on the phone, and she was talking and stuff like that, and that's what happened. And then it came out that, there was evidence that this was a scam. And so then I privated the live, and then everybody was like, why'd you private the live? A whole bunch of trolls and stuff like that. And
Chrissy,
yeah.
let's not forget that while she was on the phone with me and I had her on speaker where she could talk to you guys, she chose to tell lies in chat where she knew I couldn't see it instead.
Yeah. And then after that girl, and she acted like she was so upset too, and like she couldn't even come on panel herself, but she was on the phone with that girl and we could hear her. So I thought that was kind of weird too. But then she was also in chat, and then she was like, well, you can throw me a wrench. I can help mod if you need me to. And I was like, oh, okay. So she was actually even helping me mod in on my channel, and I didn't think anything of it.
Bridget was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bridget dropped her link more than I ever did while she was modding for Chrissy. She was pushing it like salt. Wasn't that Salt and Pepper push it? I'm telling you, like on and on. Annie pointed it out, and I almost threw up.
Push it, dude. That's insane. Why would, dude? Like that's the biggest red flag ever.
Yeah. So sorry, my dog was shaking.
I didn't know any of this was going on.
Yeah. So then I privated the live because I was like, yeah, I don't want anyone to think that, which I mean, now, it's out, but I didn't want anyone to watch it. And, because then people were saying,
you also don't want to continue and perpetuate what you're suspicious of. You know what I mean? Like, like, let's put this on pause while we figure it out.
Yeah.
And then out this motherfucker.
Well, also somebody had a good question. They said, so I don't understand. Maybe you can help me. If you lie even more, then they can't get into trouble with the fake GoFundMe, like misspell the doc's name, cops and stuff. Well, since we refunded the GoFundMe, there's no crime committed, technically. And you could get in trouble for like forgery or something, but when you misspell the name, you're not forging the signature. There's a lot of loopholes. That's why victims have to come forward.
So even with their case completely laid out, right here, like laid out. Look at all this. This
that's
is
just the preface.
You spent, how much time did you spend on this?
Between doctors and stuff, about 2.5 days. Because
she's been working on it for a while, really hard.
Look at all of this. Look at all of this. This is just facts after facts after facts.
That was one of my mistakes, though. I accidentally double posted a screenshot.
Receipts like a motherfucker.
I also downloaded our entire chat logs, so they would be complete with voice message, video, and picture, so I could hand that over easily if I needed to. But unless people come forward and let Gladys and Gertrude know, there are no victims. So basically what you'll want to do is you'll want to contact your local police and let them know you're scammed and get a report going. And then I can email them the unredacted PDF, and you can come back with your report number, and I can get you in touch with the appropriate officer. I'm not putting out that officer's information because this community doesn't know how to act like adults. And if that
Right.
upsets somebody,
That's
they can
real.
get over it. I'm not
That's
doing that.
real. That's
This,
real.
this person
I'm gonna
is nice.
just so you guys get an idea, like just so you guys, and I'm not even gonna lie, this is gonna piss you off. Like this is one of Bridget's posts here. So after a lengthy conversation with my doctor, I had a different infusion earlier today at 9:15 a.m. ish, due to Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins suggestions on their sites. In order to give my immune system a boost prior to going there, of course, my doctor agreed. I'm now feeling drained, tired, have double vision and dizzy, etc. I think it's nap time. This is why chemo is the wrong treatment for this type of cancer. Chemotherapy delivers powerful anti-cancer drugs to the body and is Google alert, chemotherapy delivers powerful anti-cancer drugs to the body and is administered in one of two ways, by mouth or intravenously. When the latter route is chosen, infusion therapy is used to deliver chemo medications directly to the patient's bloodstream, where they target and destroy cancer cells. Update July 21st, 2020. Blessings to each of you, with little heart and lovey face emojis here.
Yeah.
The bottom of her you state here, the bottom of her post made it clear she had copy and pasted her words.
I even made it red like I do for you.
Right. This all raised red flags. Here is the med she said they gave her.
Wow.
A simple review can tell you this is not a cancer treatment. Annie caught this too, I remember. Not at this dose and not her type of cancer.
It does treat a certain type of cancer, but it is done differently, and it would definitely most certainly not be used on a vascular cancer. And the dose that they did, that's how you treat RA. And that's going to help with the inflammation. And it's going to, she also said, you've got to think, she told us this infusion was going to make it where she could safely travel to Mayo Clinic. And it was going to boost her immune system.
Stop it.
And that treatment is actually known to lower and destroy the immune system. So it was a counterproductive post in all ways, because it let us know she was copying and pasting information. It let us know that she was using stock photos, and it let us know that she was supposed to be getting a booster. And then once she showed me that, I could see that that was actually something meant to harm the immune system, because what happens when you have things like RA, your immune system is attacking you. So they'll give you drugs that will suppress your immune system to lessen the inflammation in your joints and stuff. And that would be the last thing they would do if they were trying to get you ready to travel somewhere.
Hey, what the hell is a ransom GoFundMe? The hell does that mean?
I'm not positive.
No, it wasn't you. It's somebody who... She said Will and Annie should have investigated better before they threw up a ransom GoFundMe, whatever the fuck that means. Like,
but that's another Bridget lie. No, that's another Bridget lie.
Ransom.
Not only that's another Bridget lie. So not only did we pull the funds out from under her feet without her knowing, but she tried to imply that you and I. This really made me mad, because this is after I got off Chrissy's live. She tried to imply that you used her as a decoy to pull Truthy out of the woods, because that way she would come out. Well, no, but I'm telling you, she did tell.
No,
she said to me even, and I cussed her.
But Annie just corrected. She meant to. It was a typo. She meant to say random.
Well, I'm telling you, she told me that she thought you used her to pull Truthy out of the woodwork. So ransom wouldn't have been totally too far-fetched, because she was saying that you were using her as bait. That's the word she used, was bait. And I was like,
I was using her as bait for what?
Well, I just told her, I was like, you're the one who insisted on telling your story no matter how much you were advised against it. So don't even try to say that now. And that's when I went to bed. And then when I woke up the next morning and saw she had been getting money, because Annie was like, why didn't you tell them everything? And I was like, because I thought she was I was confused. I was like, I thought we thought she was still sick some, and that if people wanted to donate, they could, but and then it all clicked in the morning after some rest. And I've been talking to the cops since, and people have been emailing me and making trash videos about me because I won't come on the internet. But now that I know, good night, Annie. And now that I know that they need people to come forward and tell about their donations, especially if you live in Missouri, in order to actually do anything about it, then I felt like it was appropriate to now say something, because a police investigation is more important than YouTube drama.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. So baiting Truthy to come forward. I didn't have to bait Truthy to come forward, dude.
No.
Like, I tried to, but I didn't think of that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think of that. I wish I did, but
who would?
But that did it. I mean, that's all it did anyway. Because we all know that the only reason he even did come forward because he was trying to save some sort of face, like as if going, that I didn't do that, but I faked my own suicide. I did that, but so I mean, that's I still can't figure out what the hell was going through that dude's brain, but I didn't think of that. It just so happened that Bridget used it. Actually, it was quite the opposite. It was her. She used that to get attention on her to make the when we were talking about Truthy and all that. She's the one who brought up the fact that they started the GoFundMe, and then she's tried saying that he was trying to steal the money from the GoFundMe. And it turns out he was telling the truth about that.
Yeah, but it looks like it. It really does. But even with everything I gave them and everything I still have, without victims, it's pointless. And since Annie and I did the right thing and refunded the money, and the cop even said you did the right thing, it feels like the right thing for the most part, except for the fact that this is just going to keep going, and that makes it feel like the wrong thing. You know what I mean? It's really frustrating because not only did I get completely hoodwinked, and now I question like everything and everyone. My friends got stolen from and used, and it's continuing to happen, and it's just really
and that ruins a lot of people's. That ruins a lot. It jades people. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing jades people. Now it's up to you as an individual to not allow it to, but it's still shitty because here we are trying to create this community where we all kind of look out for each other and we try to do the right thing in order to bring awareness to issues that we're passionate about.
Yeah.
And then somebody pulls some shit like this.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
I mean, so the community's going to go, well, there's certain people are always going to be like, well, that's the last time I'd go out of my way to help somebody. And I'm fighting sucks.
I'm fighting that.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah. I'm disappointed for sure.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it.
I'm super disappointed. So anyways, one of the reasons I'm on now is because can't do crap. If you guys will email that email, we can help you help us, or I can at least say, hey, don't donate. I now know for 100% that not only is this person lying about their illness, but they appear to be quite the accomplished fraud. I'm kind of fucking impressed. I won't lie. I'm impressed. Not
me, dude. A meth head could fucking take apart and put together an engine if they were up for enough days.
I don't know, dude, because
you know what I'm saying?
She could have gotten in trouble.
I don't even know if she does. I'm just saying I've seen meth heads before. That's meth head shit. I'm not saying, they could just be nutty ass shitty people. You know what I'm saying?
I just know that it's like everything. There's so many steps. Like the other thing that you can, maybe I shouldn't tell. I feel like, am I telling people how to commit fraud now? Maybe I should be quiet.
I mean, there's always two sides to every coin. I think you're telling people how to look out for it.
True. So if you get everything in writing, nothing over the phone, because basically whenever I was asking her for those things, had she answered me and done everything in writing, it would have been like, I guess, some kind of entrapment, and then she could have gotten in trouble. But
Oh yeah, I know Bridget's husband knew about this. Sorry to interrupt you,
yeah,
but
yeah, he was in the room.
because she's been on my panel while he was sitting on the edge of the bed talking back and forth with her. So he was aware, just as much aware of this as she was. He was at least aware she was doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, they're married, man. I'm going to hold him just as accountable as her. I mean, that's...
Well, had I gotten all that in writing, then it would have been more helpful. But since, like, literally I've got screenshots where she called me during it. And so we were on the phone and on Messenger, so you can see our phone call, but then bing, bing, you see the information, then you see another phone call, bing, bing. So there's literally like no proof. That's it. So without help, there's nothing that can be done. And in the very least, I haven't lied. I don't do horrible things to people because unlike all these people who are trying to deliver other people's karma, I truly do believe in it. And with everything I've seen and done in my life, I know the difference in what time I have has to be used for good. And the only good I can do now is say, shame on you and shame on anybody who helps you perpetuate this any further. And if you think that you would like to contact the officer that I spoke to, I'll be happy to give you the information. But other than that, don't you ever talk to me, use my name, call me, anything. We did not rip you off. I helped you every step of the way. I held your hand like an idiot to the point of my own detriment. And I'm really going to have to pray about not being bitter and still knowing that with all the people I've helped, that this is just one bad one.
Yeah, man, that's some bullshit, dude. Like, what are you doing, man? I don't, dude. It's me. Like, I could never do stuff like this because I'm this bad mixture of lazy and not greedy. Like, it's too much shit to do, dude.
Is it really a bad mixture, though?
Like, well, I guess it turns out, I guess the result is good, but at the same time, it's like, like I just couldn't do that shit, Like, yeah. I could never be a serial killer. You know how much work goes into being a fucking serial killer?
A serial killer?
Like, think about that shit, dude.
Oh, God, like, don't even get me started on
that. It depends on whether or not you want to get caught. Somebody said I should not put up my narwhal.
These guys almost half the time have jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, full-time jobs.
Oh, yeah. And families.
And yet they manage to, like, cover their tracks. Dude, with DNA, dude, you leave a hair behind, dude, you're done.
Oh, yeah.
You're done. Like, crazy to me, dude. I don't understand. People have the inclination to do such dirty shit. I just don't get it. I don't get it
either. Like, I'm so ready to get back to painting, but I have to like pack and do all these other things. And you know what I got coming up. So if you guys don't see me around, it's because I'm worn out. And I understand why Will doesn't ever answer his damn email, because I love everybody and I really appreciate all the concern. But
I answer them sometimes, man. It's just I get a lot of them, dude. I get a lot of them, and I got a full-time job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I love everybody, and I'm so thankful. Like, oh my God, I'm thankful because I still see the words, whether I have the energy to respond or not. But you guys got to bear with me as I go through some rough stuff this next month, and just know that I love you, but I need to be able to, take care of myself too.
It's been weird, man. Like, let me just off the subject. Let's just get off that for a second.
Please.
But so today, remember I was talking to you, like, I'm not supposed to be on my phone at work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm up for a promotion and everything. So I got to impress all my upper management and everything like that. But the weirdest shit just keeps happening. Today, we've got this guy. All right. We got this guy at my job, and he's just this weird dude. Okay. He's super odd. I'm not holding it against him that he takes the bus. I don't even have a car, but he takes the bus to the gym, and he doesn't have a set of keys. He doesn't own a cell phone, so he's always asking to use the phone. And he always asks me what time it is. Dude, there are screens everywhere that have the time. Digital, not like he's got to read a clock. You know what I'm saying? Digital, right? And he's dude. He always asks me what time it is, and I'm like, my man, it's right there, dude. It's right there. And he'll be like, yeah, but you don't need to give me an attitude about it. And I'm just like, okay, But then this dude, so today, and everybody can't stand this dude because he's like that dude. He asked for a basketball, right? He asked for a basketball, and then he makes me go through all the basketballs to like be like, hey, you got another one, dude? And I'll be like, that one's perfectly fine, my man. And he's like, just let me see the rest of them, right? And he goes to the basketball court for like 30 seconds and then just walks around with the basketball. And I just want to smack him, for putting me through that, right? So today, this guy, swim team in the pool, they're practicing, and the swim team is kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And the coach comes out and goes, hey, listen, this guy, and she describes him, and then, we're all like, yeah, we know who you're talking about. Well, he sits by the pool and he stares at my team, and some of them are saying that it's uncomfortable for them. So right there, that's enough. You guys know me, man. That's enough for me to be like, dude's got to go.
Yeah, red flag.
And I don't have the power, right? I don't have the power to kick him out. I got to go to management and be like, this is the situation, because he's a paying member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I go to so this dude, my supervisor goes and gets him, and then they drag him into not physically, but they bring him into the GM's office, and they all confront him, obviously professionally and kind and courteous, because you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You're addressing somebody with that type of accusation. You got to be careful.
Yeah,
on both
ends.
Right. So this dude, and no, he's not autistic. He's not autistic. This guy, he's just a weird dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's super strange. So they kept telling him, hey, you cannot do that, and he kept arguing back and forth. So guess what my man does? Remember, he does not carry a phone. But guess what my man does? He opens his bag, and he pulls out a handheld camcorder.
Oh, wow.
And he starts filming everybody, right? Now, dude.
That's weird.
My man, if I just addressed you about looking at people, kids, in a very creepy and sus way, your response to me is to pull out a video camera that you keep in your bag at the gym, dude? Really?
Yeah.
Right.
That's creepy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Every single person, dude, it was all men working. Every single one of us wanted to choke this dude out. We were ready to choke him out. GM booted him. I think he revoked his membership. I mean, this is the kind of weird shit that's been going on the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention all the shit that we've been going through here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I heard Mercury was in retrograde.
I was going to say, is it some shit like that?
That's what I heard.
I thought that happened last month, dude.
Doesn't it last a while, though? I don't think it's like an
My mom told me
thing.
that. My mom's like, don't make any big decisions because Mercury's in retrograde. And I'm just like, whatever, Mom.
Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry that things can't be the way we want them to be. But facts are, there are bad people everywhere, and people who want to prey on people more vulnerable than them, and people who act without any conscience for how it affects people around them. I love Lutha.
Me too.
She's the best person, though. Not only does she have a golden sense of humor, but she is like such a good person, and I really value my.
She's been so supportive. She's been sending me messages and emails.
She's always that way. Uh-oh.
I should not be smoking, but
I know
whatever.
you shouldn't. You never even got all the way better, did you?
Not really, but I mean, I feel good. Like I started working out again, and I've had like really, really heavy workouts, which is good to get back to that because it's been well over a week. Uh, and that probably has a lot to do with my stress level and lack of control of my behavior. Because remember, I've always said that exercise is what keeps me, you know, it kind of keeps me calibrated, helps me manage my depression and anxiety. And
Well, it
uh,
obviously does a good job
so getting
because,
sick, getting sick,
yeah,
and then not doing that, I guess it just, my demons kind of, and popped up because I got them, and I struggle with them. But I guess they kind of smacked me around, you know, and
yeah, it's
yeah.
everything. I just really hope that um, we can move forward in a more positive direction, and I'm very hopeful that people will come forward with information that I can share. And um, I don't know. I'm not going to be addressing it again or anymore. I'm not going to knee jerk and respond to every person who says something bad about me. Um, I don't have enough time in the day, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
going to
I mean, we
do,
need to just get back to, I mean, I don't want any, support from people who support this other nasty shit. And I'm done talking about it. I just want to, move on to the content we were doing before this. And, and I know you and I already have a case in the works.
mhm.
So that's going to be coming soon, very soon. And I'm glad that we're Team Glarer again doing our thing, man. I'm happy about that. And still Team 10 to life as well. I'm happy
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I don't think anybody, um, I don't think anybody can see beyond some of the stuff that's happened right now, but I really encourage everybody to try. Um, because there's just so much beyond just this little crap here. So many things that are so beyond it and so much more important than everything that's been happening. So I'm just super hopeful that people can refocus and um, I think that if you don't want to refocus or you feel like it's something that you're not ready to do, maybe just kind of move on for a little bit because those of us who are ready to refocus, we're sick of everything being repeated over and over and, equated back to that one case. And I guess those of us who have been here for a few years chilling and doing it, it's different. And maybe it's easier to move on because we're used to that. But it's not disrespect for the victim. It's you're supposed to normally, of course, this last case is different, but still you're supposed to like learn and absorb what you can and apply what you can. And then you move on and you tell somebody else's story. That's one of the beautiful things about true crime is that victims who cannot speak get to have a voice.
Right.
They're,
We should be doing that for the right reasons. We should be talking
yeah,
about true crime cases that need attention, not the kind that you're going to get subs and views because it's already getting attention.
yeah,
And sometimes we're going to do that just because it's an important case. But do it for the right reasons. I talked about Gannon because it was, something that I felt extremely passionate about.
oh yeah,
And then Bite Me suggested this case coming up.
I
Um,
know.
and it's sad that it's not getting the attention that it should be.
Well,
So
and the trial is going to come up soon, I think. Cross your fingers because COVID, but I think that's going to come up soon. And anybody who's wanting to look, his name is Joe Clyde Daniels. And just go ahead and get started. I know you can find the preliminary hearing in full online.
yeah, we're gonna
Um,
cover that. We're gonna cover that trial for sure. We never
mhm.
cover cases that go to trial or like they're that we never cover trials because there's never a trial ready. Like we're waiting on Letitia Stock to
Mm,
go to trial already, man. I'm tired of her bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like quit
yeah,
quit stalling and just give us the justice we want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like stop it already.
Give
You're
us
not getting away with this shit.
It's the justice that Gannon deserves.
Right.
You know, I feel so saddened whenever I think about the last part of his life. And this is our chance when that goes to trial to be his voice. And Gannon was not ugly. He was a sweet, innocent, beautiful child. And so when people engage each other and they're speaking about this, regardless of your views, you need to try to embody the spirit of that beautiful child and show love to whoever you're talking to, whether you agree or not. And then maybe we can understand more and stop things like this from happening in the future. Like, surely we all have the same end game, right? Nobody wants to see this happen to people. So maybe we could like even, you know, shift how we talk about even these cases so that we can have more respect.
Yeah, I completely agree. Dude,
Bobby's
guys,
making me laugh.
yeah. I mean, I gotta highlight that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my new homie. It's so nice. Like my favorite part of my channel growing is I'm getting more male subscribers, you know, which is nice for a change. Not that I don't love all my female subscribers and followers and supporters, but I feel less and less alienated, for lack of a better term.
I'm going to say something that'll be unpopular, but maybe it'll have a little bit less drama in the chat if we can get some males in there.
Yeah, some dudes, man. Come on. Yeah. Help me out. It's okay to follow true crime if you're a dude.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Seriously.
It is. And I think that with the pandemic, their wives have probably drug them into some of it too, you know? Just boredom.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's really it. Just make sure you email that email address, guys, and let us know how we can help you, help us, help yourselves. And
yeah, eventually, I'm sorry, I'm addressing the chat. Eventually, I'm gonna probably have that girl do it for me because I tried to set up a Patreon. It was too complicated for me, and I was just like, I don't care about money to put myself through this. But if I do set up a Patreon, once I do, I'll be doing like retro true crime cases.
That'll be fun.
You know, and yeah, we're gonna do that stuff, and it'll be fun just for the sake of talking about stuff that we followed in the past. But yeah, eventually I'll do that. You know,
no hopefully. Making a murderer. Those people get a little bit too excited, so I'd rather you not do that.
Yeah. No. I'm not touching that, dude. No.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that. Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, dude.
Yeah, that's a rough crowd.
No Watts. And no making a murderer. Yeah, none of that. No. But guys, I really appreciate you, Chrissy, that girl. I really appreciate you guys coming on here, and that girl. Thank you for all the you know research that you did and putting together that PDF. Again, there's that that link that to the email that I pinned in the chat. If you want. That's for so if people request the PDF, you'll send it to them. Is that what that's for?
Well, they could have a redacted version to take to their police office near them if they needed it. I know there's a couple of copies of the redacted version probably floating around out there, but it's mainly for if you donated and you are not okay with the information that you've seen here today, and you would like to become one of the voices for the victims of this victimless crime, you have a way to do so. And it may not ever do any good, but at least we know that everybody knows not to continue to donate under the pretenses that someone has cancer, because that just doesn't,
be careful. You know, those of us who set up GoFundMes are going to be a lot more careful moving forward.
I'll never set one up.
No, I'm not touching that shit. No, nope. Nope. But if you're going to donate to one, man, just, you know, there's nothing wrong with helping somebody. Just do a little homework before you do. It sucks. You know what I mean? But do a little homework before you do. I know I'll do that next time. And thank you, that girl, for everything that you did.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring this to light. and Chrissy, you too. And
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna let you guys go, and then I'm gonna address this comment.
For sure.
I love you guys.
Love you too. You have a good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
So I want to address this comment, man, because I like to talk about movies, but we're not going to do that for too long. Yo, if you just want some bullshit movie that's like really got no story for real, Unhinged with Russell Crowe, I watched that. It's fun because that dude, Russell Crowe's character, is off the chain crazy and just evil, just completely unhinged. And it's super fun to watch. So yeah, I suggest watching that one if you just want to like be shocked at how messed up somebody can be. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give a spoiler alert, but it all starts because he demands an apology from somebody, and the way that he does it, I'd have been like, "Fuck you, man! I'm not apologizing." I wouldn't have apologized either, man. So, fuck you, man! Telling me I got to apologize for something that ain't none of your business. If I got to apologize to, man, you should have went. Light was green, dude. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Guys, I had a great time. Thanks again to Chrissy and ThatGirl. Thank you guys again for all your support the last couple of days. That meant the world to me. For those of you who donated to the PayPal today, thank you again so much for that. I will, well, not thank you again. Thank you. But I hate because when they come through, I don't see them because I'm too busy talking. But eventually one of these days, I'm just going to read off thank yous to everybody that donated to the PayPal. And I really, really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, so it's really, really nice. And yeah, we're going to talk about Ed Gein. We're going to talk about all that stuff, man. Just classic cases. If I ever become so inclined to set up a Patreon, then yeah. But yeah, man. Anyways, guys, I love you, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.